Welcome to the Deep Dive, where we cut through the noise to get you truly well-informed. Today, we're kicking things off with a bit of a playful question, maybe even a slightly odd one. What do traditional Chinese liquor, that party staple, the karaoke machine, and indispensable industrial chemicals all have in common?
Well, it might sound like the setup for a weird joke, but actually there's more overlap than you might think. Especially when you start digging into global market trends. They tell a really fascinating story about, well, where the global economy is actually heading.
Exactly. So our mission today is to take a deep dive into some pretty insightful market reports. We're focusing specifically on Kaoliang wine, karaoke machines, and a category called ketone solvents.
Right. And these aren't just picked at random. They really offer this rich tapestry of data, showing surprising growth, regional dynamics.
And we've pulled from multiple analyses, yeah.
Yeah.
Looking at projections from 2025 right through to 2033.
That's right, all sourced from cognitive market research. And like you said, it's not just about the numbers themselves. They really paint a detailed picture, sales revenues, regional strengths, future growth opportunities, the whole lot, all across the globe.
And our goal for you, listening in, is simple. Cut through all that data to get you the most important nuggets of knowledge. We'll flag the biggest growth stories, help you compare the sheer scale of these incredibly different markets.
And highlight those unexpected geographical hotspots, the places really driving demand.
So, yeah, get ready for some aha moments, I think, as we see how different parts of the world are shaping demand for these really varied products.
And what that tells us about the bigger economic picture.
Okay, let's unpack this big picture first.
Yeah.
A global snapshot, just to set the stage. Market sizes, growth rates for these three. Let's start with Kaoliang wine. This is a pretty significant traditional market, valued at nearly, $2.95 billion back in 2021.
Yeah, around that. And it's projected to grow steadily. The forecast sees it hitting about $4.57 billion by 2033.
Okay, so steady growth. And the compound annual growth rate, the CAGR, is 3.725%.
Right, so solid, predictable growth. It's what you might expect for a product with such deep cultural roots, established.
It's not some brand new thing.
Exactly. What's fascinating, though, even right here at the global level, is just the sheer difference in scale and pace when you start comparing. Kaoliang wine, like you said, mature, traditional, stable growth, consistent demand, tied to culture, gifting, specific occasions.
Not explosive, just steady.
Precisely. Now, contrast that with, say, karaoke machines.
Okay, karaoke machines. Globally, this market's noticeably smaller than Kaoliang wine.
Oh, much smaller. Start around $495 million in 2021.
And it's growing, but expected to reach about $810 million by 2033.
Which is growth, definitely. But still less than a quarter of the Kaoliang market value, even by 2033.
But here's the interesting bit. The CAGR is actually slightly higher than Kaoliang wine. It's 4.184%.
It is, and that suggests something different, doesn't it? Maybe broader adoption of entertainment tech?
Or, like, more social gatherings, maybe people doing more home entertainment.
Could be. It's a fun consumer product, growing a bit faster, but from a much smaller base. It's an interesting contrast to the Kaoliang market. But the real standout, the one that really jumps off the page, showing a completely different economic pulse. That's ketone solvents.
Absolutely. This is where it gets, really compelling. Ketone solvents, valued around $1.43 billion in 2021. So already way bigger than the global karaoke market.
Way bigger.
But here's the kicker. Projected to hit almost $3.38 billion by 2033.
Get that number, yeah. Almost $3.4 billion.
And the global CAGR, an impressive 7.438%.
Wow.
That growth rate basically doubles Kaoliang wine's rate, and it's significantly higher than karaoke machines.
That's not just growth, that's properly robust expansion, almost explosive, really, for an industrial chemical category.
And we should probably clarify, ketone solvents, these aren't exactly household names, but they're vital, right?
Oh, incredibly versatile. Essential stuff. You find them in advanced paints, coatings, pharmaceuticals, adhesives, even in making new materials, like for EV batteries.
So a surge like this, it's a pretty strong signal about broader manufacturing and industrial health.
Absolutely. That kind of growth, that near doubling in market value over the decade for something so fundamental, it implies a massive increase in underlying industrial activity. You have to ask, what specific factors are driving such different paths globally?
Yeah.
For solvents, we're talking about the sheer volume of new applications, new factories, new industrial processes popping up worldwide that need these compounds.
It's a really strong indicator of pretty significant foundational industrial development happening globally. Much bigger than just consumer spending trends.
Exactly. A huge insight right off the bat.
Makes you stop and think, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Where that foundational demand is really coming from, the scale of industrial shifts. Okay, so now let's zoom in. Let's look at a region that just keeps popping up as a growth powerhouse across all three of these markets. Asia Pacific.
Yes. The data is just unequivocal on this. Asia Pacific is the engine. Whether it's traditional goods, entertainment tech, or industrial compounds.
It's leading the charge.
It really is. It seems to have this powerful combination of factors.
Right.
A growing middle class, rapid industrialization, evolving consumer tastes, all happening at once.
Okay, let's break it down. Kaoliang wine in Asia Pacific.
Right. It doesn't just show growth there, it boasts the highest regional CGR globally for Kaoliang, 4.33%.
And the market value is projected to top $1.86 billion by 2033. What's driving that? Is it just China?
China's a huge part, yes.
Yeah.
Deep cultural significance there and in Taiwan. Plus, that growing middle class, more disposable income. There's a trend towards premium spirits. Gifting culture is strong.
So China's the biggest share.
Yeah. Projected at over 641 million by 2033 with a solid 4.5% CGR. But look at India.
India for Kaoliang.
Yep. Highest country CAGR in the region at 5.181%. Maybe an emerging appreciation or even new production. It's interesting.
And Southeast Asia.
Also very strong, 5.145% CAGR. And Singapore's notable too, at 4.7%, likely driven by diverse populations, tourism.
Okay, so a broad strength in Asia Pacific for Kaoliang. What about karaoke machines? Same story.
Pretty much the same pattern, yeah. Asia Pacific again claims the fastest regional CAGR, 4.807%. Market value projected to hit over 321 million by 2033.
And this is driven by?
Well, think about the social culture. Shared entertainment, singing. It's often deeply embedded. Plus, you've got affordable tech becoming more available, a big youth demographic.
Makes karaoke super accessible, super popular as a leisure activity.
Exactly. And look at India, again, leading the region with the highest country CAGR, 5.634%. Suggests a real boom in home entertainment social gatherings.
China's the biggest value again.
Yep, projected over 98 million by 2033 with a 5% CAGR. Huge population, big entertainment infrastructure.
Southeast Asia's strong too.
Robust. 5.323% CAGR. And Singapore, strong again at 5.1%. Often that hub for trends and tech adoption, right?
Right. But the real star in Asia Pacific, it's got to be ketone solvents again, doesn't it?
Oh, absolutely. This is where the numbers are just phenomenal. The highest regional CGR of all the markets we're looking at today. An incredible 8.314%.
Wow. 8.3%. And the market value?
Projected to nearly double, almost $994 million by 2033.
That's not just fast growth. That signals massive industrial transformation, doesn't it?
Completely. Think about it. This region has some of the world's biggest manufacturing hubs.
Right. Booming automotive, especially EVs.
Expanding pharma sector, huge infrastructure projects needing advanced coatings, the whole electronics manufacturing base.
And which countries are leading this charge within Asia Pacific?
Southeast Asia, collectively, shows the highest country-level CEGR across all the markets we're discussing today. An amazing 9.193%.
9.2%, highlighting its rise as a new manufacturing powerhouse.
For sure. India is right behind, 9.115% CAGR. Signals its own rapid industrialization.
And China, still the biggest piece.
Largest market share, yeah. Projected over 304 million by 2033, growing at 8.5%. And Singapore strong too, 8.6%, often that key logistics and innovation hub for these chemicals.
So connecting this back, Asia Pacific's dominance across such different products, it suggests a really powerful, multifaceted economic engine.
Exactly. It's not just a growing middle class buying more stuff. It's not just demand for entertainment. It's also profound industrialization all firing at once.
What's the magic combo? Expanding consumer markets, massive manufacturing, huge infrastructure investment, all feeding each other.
That seems to be the picture. It really acts like a mini global economy in itself, driving demand across basically all sectors.
Fantastic insight. Really paints a clear picture of where that global demand is surging. Okay, let's pivot. Let's shift focus to North America and Europe. More established, mature markets. What are we seeing there?
We're seeing steady trends, definitely distinct from Asia Pacific, often a different pace, maybe slower overall growth compared to APAC.
But still pockets of dynamism.
Exactly. We're not typically looking for that same kind of explosive, broad-based growth driven by initial industrialization. It's more about consistent demand, maybe more specialized, influenced by existing infrastructure, cultural niches, innovation within established industries, that sort of thing.
Okay, let's look at Kaoliang wine first. North America.
Expected to reach over 1.09 billion by 2033. The CAGR is 3.066%.
And the U.S. leads that.
Dominates it, really. Projected over 885 million by 2033. Likely growth from, strong Asian diaspora communities, plus maybe a growing interest in specialty spirits generally. Unique food and drink experiences.
Okay. And Europe for Kaoliang.
Set to hit over 946 million by 2033, slightly higher CAGR than North America at 3.295%.
Any standouts in Europe?
Germany shows pretty robust growth, almost 4% CAGR, maybe due to its cultural diversity, strong import markets.
Interesting. And Russia?
Notably slower, just 1.928% CAGR for Kaoliang, suggests maybe less cultural resonance for this specific spirit or perhaps different economic factors at play.
Right. Okay. Moving to karaoke machines, North America.
Projects a KGR of 3.551%, reaching over 202 million by 2033.
U.S. accounting for most of that again.
The vast majority, yeah. Over 165 million. Could be home entertainment systems, dedicated karaoke bars in cities.
But Canada?
Canada actually shows stronger momentum, a 4.27% each ER. Maybe a slightly more vibrant social entertainment scene or faster tech adoption. Hard to say for sure.
And Europe for karaoke.
Set to reach over 185 million by 2033, CAGR of 3.793%. And guess who stands out again?
Let me guess. Germany.
Bingo. Germany. Impressive. 4.487% CAGR. Just shows its consistent strength in consumer markets.
And Russia. Still lagging.
Still the slower performer, yeah. 2.602% CAGR for karaoke. It mirrors the Kaoliang pattern, points to maybe different consumer habits or market access issues.
Okay, and the big one, ketone solvents in these developed regions.
North America shows a very healthy 7.005% CAGR, projecting to reach almost $1.29 billion by 2033.
That's significant industrial demand. U.S. dominates again.
Over $1 billion, projected at $1.027 billion. Reflects that massive industrial base, ongoing innovation, automotive, aerospace, advanced materials.
But Canada, again, showing stronger momentum.
Right. 7.671% CAGR. Could be tied to specific resource processing, maybe a growing advanced manufacturing sector there.
And Europe for solvents.
Not far behind North America, 6.984% CAGR, reaching over 686 million by 2033.
And the European leader is?
Germany, once more. Industrial powerhouse. Leads Europe with a remarkable 7.717% CAGR, underscores its strength in chemicals, pharma, high-tech manufacturing.
And Russia for the trifecta.
Remains the slowest performer in Europe for solvents too, despite its industrial capacity. 5.449% CAGR. Likely impacted by, geopolitical factors, sanctions, maybe a slower pace of industrial modernization compared to Western Europe.
It really is fascinating, isn't it, how certain countries just consistently outperform within their regions.
Yeah.
Germany and Europe for all three, Canada and North America, especially for solvents.
It is. And these aren't just tiny differences. They point to deeper structural things.
Like what?
Could be specific cultural factors for Kaoliang or karaoke, social habits dictating use, or, especially for solvents, it points to strategic industrial policy, strong R&D focus, robust manufacturing trends.
So even in these big, mature economies, growth isn't uniform. There are always these pockets of really significant activity.
Absolutely. You have to dig into those country-level dynamics to get the full picture, not just the regional average.
Excellent point. Okay, final regions. Let's shine a light on the growing contributions from South America, the Middle East, and Africa. The emerging markets, how are they fitting into these global patterns?
Well, they're showing increasing significance, not just as, markets of the future, but as active players right now, especially in the industrial sector.
Their growth rates are telling.
Very telling, particularly for something as foundational as ketone solvents. It says a lot about their current economic trajectories.
Okay, let's look. Kaoliang wine in these regions.
South America shows a 4.046% CAGR. That's actually pretty respectable, quite close to Asia-Pacific's rate.
Really? Any specific countries?
Argentina and Chile show significant potential, around 4.5% and 4.2% CAGR, respectively. Might be niche import markets, tourism growth, maybe just broadening tastes.
And the Middle East for Kaoliang.
Also respectable, 3.916% CAGR. The UAE and Turkey are strong contributors there, around 4.5% and 4.2%.
Okay.
Again, maybe diverse populations, growing hospitality sector. A bit lower KGR for Kaoliang, 3.358%. Still consistent growth, though.
Yeah.
South Africa leads the continent, nearly 4% CAGR, often that bellwether for the wider region.
Okay. Karaoke machines. Similar story.
Solid growth here, too. Signals that global trend towards accessible entertainment isn't just an Asia-North America thing. South America has a 4.591% CAGR.
Which countries lead there?
Chile shows strong growth, over 4.8%. But Argentina is even higher, over 5.1%. Could be that growing youth population, expanding middle class looking for affordable fun.
Middle East for karaoke.
4.42% CAGR. The UAE leads again, highest regional CGR at almost 5%. Turkey close behind at 4.8%. Often those vibrant hubs for tourism and entertainment, right, drives demand.
Makes sense. Africa for karaoke.
It maintains a 3.796% CAGR. South Africa still leading at 4.3%, reflecting its relatively more developed entertainment infrastructure compared to some neighbors.
Okay, but now, ketone solvents in these regions. This is where you said it gets really interesting.
Yes, this is the key takeaway for these regions, I think. They show a particularly strong affinity, you could say, for ketone solvents. The growth rates are remarkable.
Lay it on us. South America.
Robust, 7.858% CAGR. That's higher than North America or Europe.
Wow. And within South America.
Argentina leads with an impressive 8.414%. Chile, close behind at 8.077%.
Incredible. Middle East.
Also very strong, 7.701% CGR. The UAE leads again, 8.289%. Turkey, 8.132%.
And Africa, which had slower growth in the other categories.
Sees a significant 7.048% CAGR for ketone solvents, much higher than for Kaoliang or karaoke. South Africa leads that charge at 7.685%.
So these aren't just steady growth numbers. These are rapid, almost explosive rates competitive with the fastest regions globally.
Exactly. What's truly fascinating here is that for ketone solvents, these quote-unquote emerging markets, their KGRs are right up there, competing with the fastest growers in Asia-Pacific.
What does that signify fundamentally?
It signifies broad-based, profound demand for industrial products, directly tied to developing economies. It tells us there's substantial investment and expansion happening right now.
In what areas?
Manufacturing, infrastructure, various industrial processes. Think resource extraction, refining, new factories being built, pharmaceutical production expanding.
This is happening right now in these parts of the world.
It is. It's a powerful signal of global industrial shifts, rapid development happening outside those traditional economic powerhouses.
It really makes you think about the speed of industrialization, doesn't it?
Yeah.
These aren't just future markets anymore. They are active, dynamic contributors to global industrial demand today.
A powerful signal about fundamental global economic shift. Couldn't agree more.
So let's wrap this up. What does this all mean for you listening? We've taken this deep dive, looked into Kaoliang wine, karaoke machines, ketone solvents.
And we've seen quite a spectrum, haven't we? Steady, culturally driven growth in traditional markets like Kaoliang.
Vibrant expansion in consumer entertainment like karaoke, reflecting social shifts.
And then this truly remarkable foundational surge in the industrial chemical sector with ketone solvents.
So the key takeaways seem pretty clear.
I think so. First, Asia-Pacific. Unequivocally, the global growth engine across these incredibly varied markets, driven by that potent mix of a rising middle class and rapid industrialization.
With countries like India, China, and regions like Southeast Asia really leading the charge.
Right. Second key takeaway, ketone solvents, they really stand out, experiencing significant, broad-based, rapid demand worldwide.
And that's not just a chemical trend, is it?
No, not at all. It underscores fundamental shifts in global industry and manufacturing. It signals where real economic development is taking root and, frankly, accelerating.
So understanding these patterns, it gives you a shortcut, maybe, a clearer view of the global economic landscape.
I think it does, from those subtle shifts in consumer preferences and cultural adoption
to the really undeniable, often overlooked march of industrial development and innovation.
It's about more than just the numbers. It's trying to understand that foundational pulse of the global economy. Maybe anticipate where the next big shifts might happen.
Okay, so as you consider these trends, here's a final thought to leave you with.
Think about this. What other seemingly niche, maybe even unexciting market? Perhaps a raw material, a forgotten technology, a specialized service. What else out there, driven by similar global dynamics or maybe some unforeseen innovation?
Might be quietly on the verge of its own explosive growth right now, just waiting for someone to uncover it.
Something to chew on.
Definitely something to mull over until our next deep dive. Join us next time on The Deep Dive for more insights into the stories behind the numbers.